Hello world. I'm really excited to be sitting down with Max Baggio and Kevin Noone from the WBC. They have a wealth of information and are doing big things. The WBC is having the upcoming games in Venice, Italy. I'm gonna eat pizza, I'm gonna eat spaghetti, and of course I'm gonna see tons of Muay Thai. The WBC is doing a lot for the sport. They're gonna have some high level seminars there at the games, along with informational seminars about refereeing, and instructor seminars. I'm very excited. Make sure to stay tuned in for the entire interview. Kevin says some really interesting things about One Championship, about the growth of the sport, and Max really weighs in on why we should be going to Venice and what we are getting out of it. Without further ado, the interview with Kevin and Max. Let's kick things off. Why are you guys having the games? What is the purpose and what is the goal?
Lucas, first of all, thank you for having us on board your podcast today, as always. Before I start talking about the WBC and the games, I want to commend you publicly. I know I do it privately, but your work in growing the exposure for the sport in the motherland has been incredible. But you also saw a gap in the market internationally, and now it's the fruit of your labors coming through. You're being flown all over the world to Rebellion, different places, America. Congratulations to you, Matt. Your hard work is paying off. Long may it last. I respect you very much for that.
Thank you.
Why do the games? Yeah. It's very simple. There was a gap in the market, and I'm not talking about it from a business perspective, because let's not kid ourselves. We're not doing this for the business. What we do with the WBC Muay Thai, we're doing this because we're aficionados of the sport. We've been in the sport a long time. I don't think there's anyone. I don't know. I can't speak for everyone in the organization. 99.9% of members of the WBC. I would even be confident to say 100% are aficionados of the sport. They love the sport. They were either a fighter, a fan, a gym owner, a coach, a promoter. That's the key thing. So we saw a gap in the market. These adult fighters and young Muay wanted a platform for success. They can't all fight at Lumpini. They can't all fight at Rajadamnern, Onnoy, Rebellion, Muay Thai Grand Prix Australia, etc., etc. So there was a gap in the market, and we saw it last year. We went to the first event in Canada. It was a youth World Games. Then we decided to kind of deviate a little bit to work with the Tourism Authority of Thailand and create a festival. So obviously we did the first festival in Hua Hin. It was a great success on 8 weeks preparation. We've had a slightly longer, and I can see Mr. Max with a little smile there. So to give a platform for the fighters, Matt, to give a platform for the fighters, a pathway to success. And ultimately that gap in the market has led us to where we are now. Venice next week. 50 countries will be in Venice next week. 444 fighters. It might even be a little bit more by the end of next. It's incredible when you think about it. Incredible. So Muay Thai in the heart of Europe for 4 days. Incredible work by everyone involved.
And why Venice, Italy? What brought that about? Why not somewhere else in Europe or somewhere else around the world?
Oh, Matt, this is a good question, and I can answer very well because I'm very close to Venice, and I think everyone knows Venice is one of the most popular cities in the world, one of the most beautiful, a long history, more than 1,000 years. And it's not easy. It's not easy, of course, to work inside the city because, it's in the middle of the sea and it's very old city. But for the people, it will be something unforgettable. It will be something to remember for the entire life. They will be in the middle of the old town near San Marco Square. San Marco Square is just 500 meters. 500 meters. The place is incredible. It's near to the Arsenale, the Biennale place. So it's another very famous place around the world. And to get the people there, to get 50 country, they from Muay Thai is incredible to Italy and to Europe. And I think the people, as I told you before, they will enjoy a lot. They will be too much happy. They will give to us, of course, another unforgettable experience because, as a promoter, we want to work, of course, to make everything perfect, but we want also to give to them something to remember. And I think Venice is ready. Is the city, is just a city for holiday, for tourists, so the people will enjoy the city. They will find everything they want to do. There is a lot of island around there. They can discover many incredible places. So I think for the inaugural, the first adult and youth competition festival, I think is a good start. A really good start. We can start in the best way. And as Kevin said before, Europe. Europe is growing incredible. We are doing number. I think there is no one can compare with us in Europe. WBC Muay Thai is incredible strong about professional event, and also you will see about the participant at the festival. And the level of fighter, of course, because France, England, there's a lot of countries that are the best country in the world.
Awesome. So going back to you, Kevin, you mentioned some of the accomplishments of the WBC already. The festival in Canada, and the festival in Hua Hin, or rather the games in Canada and the festival in Hua Hin. Can you talk a little bit more about why the WBC is expanding and some of the accomplishments of the last year or so?
Accomplishments of the last year, I would say three key factors. The female Muays. Let's be realistic. They have been an incredible part of Muay Thai's history and current growth, but they have never got enough exposure. Now, we're not doing this alone, and we're not taking the claim or the fame or anything here. We're just playing an important part of it. I think expanding our female rankings has helped a lot. Creating more unique regional belts, incorporating local culture. If you see the WBC regional belts, for example, the Italian belt has the Colosseum in it. You're correlating gladiators with Muay Thai fighters. The Mexican belt, I think, and the third factor was we've brought more positive, passionate, and driven people on board to the WBC Muay Thai. We've made it, and I think through that inclusivity, not getting rid of the exclusive mindset, bringing more inclusivity into the organization. That's been the key accomplishment. So for me personally, that I have seen as part of the organization over the last 12 months.
Awesome. Well, those are very, very good things, obviously, and something I've recognized as well. In terms of some of the logistics, Max, what can we expect from the tournament? I know there's going to be a lot of athletes, over 400. What can we expect in terms of the tournament? What are some of the rules? And what do you think people will be getting out of it?
Oh, the first goal for them is friendship, to enjoy the tournament, to fight for a goal, They want to fight for a goal. They want to back home with, something to remember, something very important. And WBC, the brand is incredible. So we want to work as the best to give to them the best scenario, the best possibility to fight in the best way there. We know, that there's a lot of fighters from around the world. Kevin said 50 countries is incredible. And they start from Australia to Brazil. Incredible. And we need to work to give to them the best experience. They will find it for sure. It will be 3 days, very, powerful day about emotion, fights, and everything. 1 day for opening ceremony, seminar. I want to say something about the number that are very important. We have more than 1,000 registration, competition, seminar, activity, official. It's incredible. It's incredible number. So we have a lot of responsibility about this. Me and Kevin, we are doing an amazing work, and very proud to do it, and very proud to give to the fighter the best. And I think their expectations are very high, and we will try to do the best in the best way.
Yeah, I believe it. And then in terms of the nuts and bolts, can you talk about some of the rules and regulations? Because I know there's different classes, correct? And different, like there's the elite males, there's novice, correct? Or what are some of the rules and regulations in regard to that?
Yes, yes. The competition is open to youth, so under 12, 14, 16, 18, and adults. Adults, there is the B class and elite. Elite, as the best fighter. And believe me, in WBC Muay Thai, you can find the best fighter, of course. So the level will be very high. The presence of the fighter, as you know, is very incredible. We have some categories with 20 plus fighter, 20 plus fighter, it's incredible. And for them, they are too much exciting about this. Some representative contact me before they said, wow, Max, we are so proud to come, and we are so proud to see the brackets and the fighter list with 20 plus fighter in one categories. It's real. This make reals for the fighter. And the rules, of course, will take care about the fighter in the best way because, adults anyway is a tournament. So we have to care about them in the best way. And about youth, of course, there are some restrictions about the rules because we need to protect them. They are coming first of all for enjoy the tournament. To be there, must be happy, and they will do the best competition. But our work, main work, is to protect them. So we have a big team about official. Neshkenwala and Mr. Reza from Iran, they are in charge. They are doing the seminar and they are supporting them during the work. So the official is an international team. Another good point is not Italian judge or referee, but international official. This make sense is totally different because we need to be, to protect their work and their activity, they fight. So I think about the rules is in our international rules, of course, and everything is under control.
Great. And then I know you are also putting on a WBC judges and then instructor courses. Can you talk about that and why it's important?
Yeah, it's very important because we need to teach them. They have to learn. It's a non-stop activity for all life. So we need to push them every year to get more experience. The possibility like this for many officials around the world to be there and work there and get more experience. They will back in no country. They can work properly and they can work in the best way. And of course, WBC, but we are doing this, have to take care about, how teach them. So we need to get the best referee around the world for the professional, of course, mostly Thailand, and for adults and youth, we have very top official in Europe and support them. After the seminar, they will be on June 22nd. After the seminar, all officials will be ready, to start work and do in the best way. And Richard Smith will do a incredible seminar for trainers. That is another good point because it's very important for the trainer to train and to learn from the best trainer around the world. Richard Smith is one of them for sure, and he will support them, he will teach them, and he will give all information they need. And another good point, another very important point, is everything free. Is everything free. So trainer, the fighter will train with best champions, Lyndon Knowles, Damian, Alamos. They will train for free. They will get the seminar for free. The official, the free. And for the trainer, it will be for free. This is the way how WBC want to work. We want to support, we want to help the people to grow, to learn. And how we want to teach is the best because we have to grow in together.
Yeah, that's great. I'm super excited for that. Obviously, a lot of athletes and judges and coaches will be as well because it's continual learning from very high level officials. Obviously, Kevin, you've been in the sport for a long time. How do you think it's grown in the last year? And how do you think WBC has been a part of that?
Oh, that could be a volatile question because, well, I'm more than ready to answer it. Simple as this. I think you go back further than 12 months. I think you go back to the coronavirus pandemic. I lived in Thailand during that period. And if we were all trapped in a cycle of unknown, and we didn't know when it was ending. So people were bored of being on their mobile phones, cell phones. They had too much exposure to them. So when we got freedom at the end of the coronavirus pandemic, there's Matt with the aircon. You must be nice and warm in Thailand. It's cold here in Ireland. The point is, people were fed up. People wanted to get back active. So even the young generation, you could see it in Thailand. They wanted to get. So then the gyms, surprisingly enough, and the gyms will tell you this in Thailand. I'm talking about the elite fight gyms. They saw an influx. So the 3 to 4 main promoters in Thailand have a scouting system, north, east, south, and west. It's a huge business, the scouting system. It's like professional football, the Premier League or whatever tournament. They have scouts who make a living scouting fighters for the big gyms to feed them, to work with to feed the fighters to the system. And there was a huge uptrend after the coronavirus of young fighters, athletes, whatever you want to call them, going to Bangkok to the bigger gyms. So there was more. Now you have supply, and then the demand came in because then all the promoters started to return, get their finance back in place. Yes, they lost a lot of offline sponsors, but they gained huge online sponsors. The 3 big promoters in Thailand. I won't go into that. That's not for me to talk about. Then, of course, you had one championship. Everyone has their opinion on one championship. But at the end of the day, one championship is giving opportunities. They're giving employment and they're bringing more visibility on the sport. The WBC, that's our official line on that. We support one championship. Whether or not you as an individual or our organization supports them. One championship have been very supportive. You look at one championship, for example. How many WBC champions are now one championship fighters? Literally every week you hear the comment, WBC champion. Yeah. We're happy to play our part in that. We don't own Muay Thai. Muay Thai is a people's sport. No one owns it. Zero individual. So there's the growth over the last 12 months. How we've played our part. The partnership with the TAT has been very important. Not from a financial perspective, just from a visibility perspective. Because the Tourism Authority of Thailand control all inward tourism into the country. And they have a huge global network. And in recent years, they have noticed how important combat sports is to Thailand and the inward tourism. Thanks in kind to the WBC, because we were the ones that told them and exposed them to this. For example, the WBC was the one who came up with the idea for the world record-breaking white crew. That was the WBC who did that. Of course, it was the accomplishment of everyone in Muay Thai, but the idea came from our partnership with the TAT. No individual, it was a partnership. I think the consistency also, why the WBC has been, the consistency in our social media, the exposure, the visibility that we can give the fighters to our social media, that people call it a gimmick, I call it intelligence. For example, Muay Thai around the world, those clips we give the fighters, incredible exposure. Muay Thai in the motherland, these social media partnerships we do, and of course, just the growth in general of what I mentioned earlier, bringing people on board, more exposure, more unique belts, and we're happy to play our part, proud of it.
Yeah, and you've played a big part in growing the athletes and growing the coaches, growing a lot in the world of Muay Thai. What do you think will happen next for some of the athletes that come out of this tournament and for the WBC in, this coming year?
Well, Matt, I think it's very, especially you being from America, as you know, it's a huge market for Muay Thai. But and I both know, most, and I'm not speaking for every American fighter here, I can't, because I don't know them all individually. Most American fighters are professionals in the sense that they don't, because of the industry over there, it's not geared towards professional Muay Thai. Of course, there are professional Muay Thai promotions, but the majority are amateurs. So they don't want to get their elbows, their nose smashed up. Like nobody wants their nose smashed up. You get my point. So I think this tournament gives these athletes an opportunity to shine with the mindset they're protected, they're wearing elbow pads, they can fight for a coveted WBC medal, and then they can see, oh wow, WBC also now has WBC amateur Muay Thai. We can fight for green belts, unique green belts with a white plate. We've differentiated the market in the sense of we've created these beautiful new amateur belts. And it's not, again, none of this comes down to finance. None of this comes, it's not a business. This is an opportunity to give a platform for success for aspiring fighters, young Nat Muay. I think it's endless. I think, Matt, you and I both know we've had these discussions for years and years. It's endless, the amount of opportunities. It's just about the individual and the organization's willingness to work, to put in the work, to put in the long hours, to make the connections with people. For example, if John in Australia sends Kevin Noone a message, Kevin, hey, sorry, we don't know each other. I'm looking for this opportunity. Think you can help me? All you want is people to be kind and courteous. And if they do that to you, people like you, me, and Max, people who have connections, we will help them. Mm-hmm. But if they're rude and arrogant, you're not going to be endeared to help someone. Or if they start claiming they own the sport, you're not going to help them. Simple.
Yeah, it sounds like some big things going on. Obviously, the expansion of the amateur program is going to be very good. Especially for developing countries like America. And these amateur tournaments are not easy. You know, you're fighting several times over a couple of days. It's a grueling process, as both of you know. Just wrapping things up, is there anything else that you wanted to cover that we didn't get a chance to cover, Max or Kevin?
I'll let you go first, Max.
Yeah. The first thing, as I told you before, I'm very proud about everything we are doing. WBC Muay Thai is not about now Venice or amateur or youth or different kind of situation. It's the way how to work. It's the way how we work. And Kevin said this, the best things is that we are very open. We want to grow. The people want to grow, want to have the Muay Thai to grow, want to go in another step. I think in professional step, real professional step out to work, and they are welcome to work with us, to develop everything with us, because we are open for the Muay Thai community. We want to help the Muay Thai to grow. We are doing everything because we want the Muay Thai go in the best way possible around the world and open the door to all the people that want to work with us, join and do the best competition possible. So, you know, Venice is, I think, the first world festival, and this is the key, this is the way, and the message that we want to give to all people. Welcome.
Awesome. That's great to hear. Kevin, was there anything you want to say closing up?
The only thing I want to say is thank you to the fighters and athletes from 50 countries. The friends, families, parents, guardians, brothers, sisters, cats and dogs, everyone who has helped get these fighters on planes in the coming days, wishing everyone a safe journey. We have a responsibility when they get to Venice to make sure they have a great festival. It's a great opportunity for networking, for meeting people like Matt Lucas, people like Max Baggio, maybe not so much Kevin Noone, but meeting people from all around the world, like-minded people who love and want to help grow the sport and culture of Muay Thai from Thailand to the world, back to Thailand. All I want to say is thank you, everyone who's going to be in Venice, and WBC will do our best to make sure everyone has a fantastic festival.
Well, thank you guys so much for your time and this opportunity. I am personally very excited for the tournament and looking forward to come to Italy. I'm sure it's going to be unforgettable experiences with a great tournament. So thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.